Hey, welcome to another video. In this one, I'm carving a sunflower in relief. It's carved out of white pine wood and took me around 15 hours to complete. It's carved with traditional gouges, and a power Dremel was used to add some detail and help with the undercutting. I started by removing the background with a router, and I cleaned it up a bit with a large shallow gouge. I roughed in the center part of the sunflower, then gradually tapered all the way around where the petals connect. After outlining the petals with the V-gouge, I began to separate each petal and establish their depths. I really emphasized separating the petals towards their ends, giving them plenty of room. This allows much more freedom later in the carve when I give each petal some character and shape. After roughly separating the petals, I start shaping and giving each petal some unique character. I try to make each petal a little different, which helps give the flower a more realistic look. One element of the petal that stays consistent though, is the half that connects to the center of the flower. I carve a gradual U-shape there where it connects. This gives the petals a realistic look, and it adds some unique shadows and depth within the carving as well. This stage of the carve is pretty repetitive because of all the petals that need to be carved. It's important to mix things up and give each petal its own unique shape. Going deep here and using all the wood available is key as well, especially towards the tips. This creates some very crucial shadows amongst the petals and allows the carving to really pop. I roughly shaped the center part of the flower with gouges. Then using my power Dremel, I carved in a texture that looks similar to a real flower. I use this texture technique quite often, and it can be applied to several different elements of a carve. I start with a large Dremel bit and make random small strokes varying in depth and pressure. I repeat this with smaller and smaller bits until I get the look I'm going for. Due to my limited gouge collection, I use my power Dremel to carve the undercut strokes. This is a crucial step to the carving and really allows the layers and petals to separate, giving it a unique look. It creates dynamic shadows and adds another level of realism to the carving. I had to be careful not to chip off any tips as they become very weak and vulnerable to breaking after the wood underneath is removed. After I finished undercutting and finalizing the background with a gouge stroke texture, I carved in a texture onto the petals using my power Dremel. Using a larger sized rounded bit, I made several long passes along the entire length of the petal. This just completes the flower and gives the petals a realistic texture that I tried to mimic from real sunflowers. It gives it a slight withered look as well that I think looks unique. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.